everybody, Moby Nick, silver salmon, mid-October. Stagers have gone up the rivers and we're still wanting to get out fishing because the weather is absolutely gorgeous here. We got a late push of great weather, and yeah, we're gonna head out in the water, and today we're gonna be joined by a school group out of Cambridge, Ontario. You know, Silver Salmon Community puts together a bit of a program to help create awareness and educate youth on our fishery, and yeah, perfect opportunity with a day like today to do that, so stay tuned. That's a lot of the kind of pursuit behind all this for us. You know, you guys is catching the fish, but as a captain, it's all about finding the fish, getting you guys hooked up, and it's the big equation of how the whole lake moves around throughout the year, which is kind of keeps us motivated. You know, if you just went out and caught every day 11 fish, boom, perfect for you guys, but for us, it's challenging, which is what kind of loses.
How do you figure that out?
Years of experience.
Years of experience.
And if you ask my wife, years of wasted time. But it's I think on board here we got all anglers. Everyone's got those same passions and whatnot. That's the dry finder, right? You know, it's not about catching the fish. It's everything that goes behind getting into that fish, right? I'll leave the deck of cards. It's days through 7. 1 goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, look at that! You're on first, Sebastian. Number 6 for Victor.
So what's happening here, fellas? So I got my bait out behind. Yeah. So the bait's out in the water there. You can see the spoon. Now I have the rod clipped to the cannonball, and I use this downrigger. Will now lower to the depth I want to fish. So I press down she goes. It's got a counter on it to tell me what depth we're at. So we run a high rigger and a low rigger. So this is the high rigger. So I might stop this one at 50 feet, but next side might go down to 70, 80 feet once he gets to depth.
Kind of want to gauge the fight. Want a nice bend in the rod, the fish is pulling, swimming, you pause, you wait, and then once it's time to start retrieving that fish, you lift up to the brim of your hat and reel as you lower. It's always keeping that constant bend. You don't want to just drop and reel. You want to keep that bend to help tension, to help keep the hooks in that fish's mouth. So again, you lift up and then you reel as you lower. Fish starts biting, shaking, you just kind of wait, and then you do it again, lift up and reel as you lower.
All right, Sebastian.
I'm going to give you the bad news. This is the longest line on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
I see it. I got it, yeah! Oh yeah! Whoa!
Oh, nicely done.
Yeah.
So what we do is take the rod here. We're just putting this over here. I'll take the hooks out.
We started up just before COVID there, the year before. And it was, I like fishing, talking to students, they like fishing. I thought, you know, it'd be a cool thing for a bunch of like-minded people to get together and do something fun together. And we did one event that year, which was an Ontario-wide high school fishing derby down in St. Thomas. And from there, we've kind of tried to grow it. COVID put a dent in it, but we're trying to bring it back up to get our numbers back up and just get some guys together and girls to have some fun learning about fishing, doing some fishing, hopefully trying to give back to the community eventually.
This was a great idea that Richard had of starting this up, and I've helped out as we've gone along. But I spent a lot of time in my youth fishing with my grandpas and my dad, and now I spend a lot of time fishing with my son and my dad, so it's kind of a multi-generation thing, and I hope that sort of these kids get the chance to do a similar thing of spending time with their friends and grandpas and dads and the camaraderie of it all.
No, you made a good point there. I think a lot of us do have our memories of fathers, granddads, but this gives kids an opportunity that might not have had that
Absolutely.
opportunity, right?
Yep.
You know, angling might have become a passion through TV or getting out doing it themselves. But here's like a group where everyone gets to share their passions.
Yeah.
And I can see it. I mean, everyone to have that common bond of getting along, cheering each other on for the fish, you know, always big or small. And yeah, no, this is a great experience, and you know, I really appreciate you guys putting this kind of opportunity together for us to join and share it with you, because creates memories, right? And you know, inspires the next salmon fisherman, you know, which is a big interest of us in the salmon fishery. But it's great, you know, to have all walks of the fishing community come out and participate, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and thanks so much for doing this for all these guys. Like, none of them have ever been out salmon fishing before, especially on such a beautiful day like this. Like, this is just incredible.
We nailed the day, that's for sure. We just got to get a few more bites to make sure everyone goes home with some fish. Well, thanks again, guys. Really appreciate putting this together.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It was heavy, very heavy.
It's only 2 o'clock.
Biggest fish you've ever caught? Probably. It's a huge fish. Compared to other ones, it was like a really big fish though.
Well, that was an absolutely awesome morning. The weather you couldn't beat, and the company was fantastic. Richard and Brad putting together this club out of the Cambridge area for a bunch of like-minded young fellas that, you know, all share the passion for fishing. Was a gem, honestly. The stories we got to share with the youth there, and you know, helping them understand kind of how this fishery works and kind of how we go about targeting these salmon, because yeah, you know, a lot of these young fellas have got their walleye and smaller fish, and these bigger salmon really blew their mind, and it was a very unique opportunity to share that with you. You know, over my years chartering, we meet a lot of people, but these guys, this is their thing, fishing. They've joined a club to be part of that, and to know that you have the kids' attention all day, that honestly were a bit of a sponge there, sucking up all the information that we had to share them, was a pleasure to do that. And yeah, I hope we have more opportunity to do this, and you know, it's definitely goes aligned with the silver salmon community is promoting and sharing our fishery with communities like that. And you know, if you want to get out here and you have a group that you want to put together, or you have an organization that you're looking to introduce the salmon fishery to, we'd love to have you out. So reach on out, Silver Salmon, send us a message, as this is a big part of our summers, is just create the awareness and introduce anglers to this incredible fishery. So as always, like and subscribe, and keep those messages coming. We like to interact with everyone, and like I said, if you know, use that message center to reach out if you want to partake or have any interest in putting together one of these trips for your organization. There's your next species. That's a coho saying.
No way.
All right.
Give it a kiss.
Did it!